every product around us has so much water in its manufacturing, starting from the agricultural sector and going through the production of the various goods we consume daily. And for that reason, 70% of the factories in the States take tap water and well water and purify it further for their production environments. And by the way, 60% of the water in the States is being actually withdrawn for the industrial sector, not the other sectors. So people tend to think of water in terms of third world droughts in Africa and wastewater in the streets of India, but the water crisis is much closer than most know, and it's just not in drought-beaten California. It's all around us. And with the difference between supply and demand of water only increasing with the growth in population, industrialization, lifestyle, and so on, the future is very clear. The price of water is bound to go up. And the behavior that this will drive will be that, like nowadays, the industrial sector as well as the residential one all treat energy efficiently as if this is a sacred thing, switching to LED light, Energy Star appliances, trying to use energy to the fullest in order to save environmental impact from one and money from the other. That is the inevitable future of water as well. However, although water is a scarce resource, certainly not free and infinite like people act with it nowadays, it's surprising to see how wasteful the industry is. It's like it was in terms of energy back in the 70s where no one cared. This is still our state today in respect to water utilization, and our biggest task is to make sure that this imminent future of water efficiency alongside with energy efficiency is coming sooner rather than later, because every day in which the public and the industry does not adopt those policies are creating more damage to our environment and creating more financial damage to those organizations. So the great change in energy, I would attribute that to great awareness within the public of the climate change, the CH2 carbon footprint, CH2 emission, and other things, which totally changed the behavior of the entire public over the course of 2 or 3 decades. And our biggest mission is to change the vantage point of the public on water. So again, in California, in Israel, in the Middle East, many people are already aware of the value of water and their fair price. But generally speaking, our industrial sector here in the States is not as aware, and as a result, it permits itself to be real wasteful and spendy, which again is not sustainable and thus bound to change. However, until it changes, as far as water is not being paid at their fair value, innovation in the water sector is greatly suffering, because it's very hard to bring compelling value in a commodity that no one's care about. The surprising thing is that with existing average water price here in the States, there is such a compelling return of investment. And if you replace your traditional water purification system with high efficiency water purification system like the ones that my company brought to market, you can typically return the investment within short months. So the economics are there. The only thing which is not there is the awareness of the customers that they should save, and that those saving products are actually available to them today. So we have relocated our headquarters to Massachusetts 2 years ago, and it probably was the single most important and impactful business decision we've made. Since we came here, our business really jumped up from selling at a few hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to selling in a few millions per quarter in less than 2 years. And this is attributed to many things, but the support we got from the previous administration and the new one really brought business and investors to our doorstep, making life a lot easier. And the ecosystem here, which is comprised of some of the leading water integrators, as long as many water innovation companies that really collaborate in order to be heard collectively, had made tremendous impact to our business. So we are very grateful to be here. Absolutely. So we are not competing with any water innovation startup. It sounds like a cliche, but all the innovation startups within the water ecosystems are kind of complementary to to what we're doing, be it new pre-treatments, post-treatment, wastewater disposal technologies, new membranes, new chemicals. We can work with any of them, and in fact, we are actively collaborating with many of them, not seeing anyone as competition. The only competition we have is let's do more of the same by the traditional industrial and municipal sector. And thus, we really are working with as many friends in our ecosystem to drive the change. And this change is, again, dual. First of all, really work together to bring bigger integrated solutions, and second, let the world know about us. And in this respect, we want the world to become a lot more water efficient, but we want to forge Massachusetts as the power hub of water innovation. And I think that with the amount of, probably five of the 8 most advanced water tech companies in the world are within 5 miles from us. And that's incredible. And we have a great ecosystem with MIT and other universities involved. And if there is a single place in the world that can become this power hub, Massachusetts is this place. And it would benefit us in Massachusetts, and it would benefit the world.